The Secret Life of Pets follows the lives of Max, a Jack Russell Terrier, and Duke, a giant brown mutt. When their owner Katie moves away, they must learn to live together and accept that their lives are about to change. They soon go on a wild adventure through the streets of New York City, meeting new friends, dodging danger, and finding their way back home. Along the way, they become unlikely heroes, learning that friendship is the best thing in life. The Secret Life of Pets is a heartwarming story that celebrates the bond between humans and their furry friends. The film begins in New York City, where Katie and a young dog named Max ride bikes through a park. Max tells us how Katie found him as a puppy, and he has had a good life ever since. In the movie, Max patiently waits for his owner Katie to return home each day by sitting at the door. During this time, we meet the other animals in the neighborhood, such as Buddy, Sweet Pea, Gidget, Chloe, and Mel. Max is unaware of Gidget's crush on him, while Chloe is a large cat with a more refined palate, preferring her owner's food over her own. The film shows the richness of the relationships between humans and their pets, as well as the unique personalities that each pet has. On television, Sweet Pea is a tiny bird that activates the fan and pretends to fly in jets. We also see Leonard the poodle being left with old music, but when his owner leaves, he switches it to System of a Down's bounce. Along with a lost guinea pig named Norman, Chloe, Buddy, and Mel visit Max. Katie brings a larger dog named Duke home that night, to Max's horror. Katie hopes that things will work out between Duke and Max, but Max quickly makes it clear to both Duke and Katie how he feels about Duke being there. After attempting to share a bed with Max, Duke overhears Max barking at Katie. Duke says that he will do whatever it takes to keep him in this house. Hurt, Max is forced to sleep on the floor by him. After Katie leaves for work the following morning, the dogs are left alone. Duke consumes food from both Max's and his bowl. After that, Duke runs toward the wall and breaks a vase. For Katie to get rid of Max, he seizes the opportunity to cause a significant mess and assigns Duke the blame. Nell and Buddy, along with Max and Duke, are taken out by a dog walker. Duke drags Max out of the park unnoticed after calling him to a secret location where they are unleashed there. They end up in an alley where the hairless Ozone and dozens of cats fight with. They remove the collars from the dogs. Duke flees, leaving Max behind, and returns when animal control officers pursue them. Duke and Max are taken from them. Mel and Buddy are visible from Gidget's window, but Max is missing. She becomes motivated to pursue her one true love after watching a Spanish soap opera. She finds a hawk by the name of Tiberius in his coop when she runs to the roof. At first, he tries to eat Gidget, but then he realizes that's bad. To become his best friend, she asks for his assistance in finding Max. Tiberius immediately takes off. Snowball takes center stage when he emerges from the sewers and is confronted by one of the animal control officers. Snowball is brave and determined, and he valiantly takes the officer head-on. The other animals follow and join in the fight against the animal control officers, allowing Max and Duke to escape. The scene is intense and exciting, and viewers are left cheering for Snowball's courage and cleverness. While his two lackeys, a lizard and a tattooed pig named Tattoo, attack the other officer, Snowball goes wild and beats the man. They take over the truck and drive off. Snowball uses a carrot as a key and lets loose a dog named Ripper. The truck runs over a wall. Max and Duke are about to be left behind by the animals until they beg to be saved. Snowball claims that because their owners left them behind, they are part of the flushed pets, and he won't save Max and Duke because he knows they are domesticated. To gain Snowball's favor, the dogs tell a lie about eliminating their owner, and he frees them before the truck explodes. Duke and Max join him as he enters the sewers. Gidget is reunited with Max when Ozone and Tiberius fly to the rooftop with Max's collar. Ozone coughs up the collar without saying a word, which confirms for Gidget that Max is safe. The scene is filled with emotion as Gidget looks on, thankful that her beloved pet is safe. The other animals cheer from the street below, celebrating the reunion of Gidget and Max. Ozone is slapped repeatedly by Gidget until he admits that he is aware that Max and Duke are in the sewers. To assist in the search for the dogs, Gidget recruits Mel, Buddy, Chloe, Sweet Pea, and Norman. Despite her initial hesitation, Chloe persuades the others to assist, because Max has previously assisted them. Duke and Max are forcibly brought into the flushed pet's den, where all the animals are intent on waging war against humans. They are angry and resentful for having been neglected and abandoned by their owners. Led by Snowball, the flushed pets plan to take revenge by attacking humans and destroying the city. However, Max and Duke realize that this is not the answer, and ultimately put an end to the plan. The scene is a powerful example of selflessness and courage as Max and Duke stand up to their peers and risk their safety to protect their human friends. The dogs are asked to tell everyone how they eliminated their owner by Snowball. Snowball is delighted when Max and Duke admit that they eliminated her with a blender. He initiates them by being bitten by a one-fingered viper. Until the alley cats come in and tell the flushed pets that they just took Duke and Max's collars earlier. Max is the first to leave. After that, the animals start to attack. But Duke defends himself by shaking Viper by the tail and wrapping it around a pipe. This breaks the brick ceiling and crushes Viper when it tries to attack Max. The dogs manage to get away and end up flushed into a river outside of the city. They board a ferry and travel to Brooklyn. Snowball promises to locate them and exact his vengeance. Buddy brings the animals to the elderly dog Pops' house. Pops has all of the neighborhood's pets over because his owner rarely comes home, and Pops knows all of the city's pets. He takes his route toward the sewers as he leads the pets to the roof. They arrive at the location and discover Snowball and the flushed pets plotting vengeance. The flushed pets pursue the house pets when both groups discover they are acquainted with Duke and Max. Despite his lack of concern, Norman is left behind after a crocodile takes him captive. When Max and Duke arrive in Brooklyn, they are both starving. Weiner Kingdom, a sausage factory, is discovered by Duke. After running in and feasting on every sausage they can find, the two images of the link singing Greases We Go together in an odd sequence. The dogs begin to get along with each other after that. Duke then discusses Fred, an elderly man, who was his previous owner. Since he was a puppy, Fred had Duke, but Duke eventually ran away and was taken in by animal control until Katie found him. Max decides to search for Fred so that he can bring Duke home. The dogs discover Duke's previous residence, but they encounter Reginald, a cat who tells them to leave. When Duke inquires about Fred, the cat responds that Fred has passed away. This is a heartbreaking moment for Duke, who had been looking for his old friend, but it also serves as a reminder of the importance of cherishing the time we have with our friends and loved ones. Duke starts barking at the family that is now living in the house when they come home, because he is aware that Max was constantly attempting to get rid of him. He is furious at Max for bringing him there. Duke allows Max to flee when the animal control officers arrived almost immediately and take him away. Max, on the other hand, follows the truck. Snowball, Tattoo, and the lizard emerge from the sewers to help Max rescue Duke from animal control. The scene is full of suspense and excitement, leaving viewers cheering for the courageous animals. Tattoo and the lizard are taken, but they spot Max and pursue him. Snowball and Max decide to work together to pursue the truck. They take control of a bus and board a truck to get to the Brooklyn Bridge. While the truck veers off the bridge and becomes stuck, the bus falls, causing a traffic jam. When the flushed pets discover Max removing Snowball from the bus, they believe he has eliminated Snowball and surround the bridge. Gidget and the house pets arrive on Tiberius before the flushed pets can acquire Max. Max is impressed as she continues to pound all of the flushed pets by herself. Max rushes to save Duke, but as he tries to get the keys, the truck with both dogs in it falls into the river. After that, Snowball goes into the river, retrieves the keys from Max, allowing Max to free Duke, and they all swim to the surface. The Tattoo takes the pets home after stealing a taxi. Gidget gets excited and starts licking Max after he tells her how he felt after seeing her fight the other animals. Until Molly sees Snowball and adopts him, the flushed pets are about to return to the sewers. This will make Snowball happy once more. Before everyone gets home, the other pets return to their owners. When Katie returns home, she finds Duke and Max waiting for her. She is pleased to see that they get along. The trio then ascends the fire escape to view the city at night. Duke and Max are now close friends. One of the funniest is when the animals have a wild party at the local apartment building. They wreak havoc on the place while they are dancing, eating treats, and having a good time. There is also a scene where Max, Duke, Gidget, Snowball, and the other animals must outrun animal control together. The chaos and excitement will have viewers laughing until the end. Mel and Buddy attend a party at Leonard's apartment during the credits, where Snowball and the flushed pets appear to be present. Before Leonard's owner returns home, all of the animals hide. One day, the owner hangs a tattoo of a rat on the ceiling, asking Leonard if he was a good boy. Unfortunately, the tattoo falls from the ceiling and lands on a chandelier, nearly causing a fire. Fortunately, the gang of pets manages to put out the fire in time, and Leonard is safe. This scene serves as a reminder of how close the pets were to danger and how much they care for each other. It concludes with a message of friendship and togetherness. No matter how different people and pets may be, they can always be united by their love for one another. The film also emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's actions, as well as looking out for each other and being willing to help, which is a lesson that everyone can learn from.